Hey everybody, this is First Warning Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Brad Petnovich. I hope you're ready for a change. We actually have a decent cold front heading our way that's going to give us some gorgeous weather by the end of the week. The problem is we're probably going to see some pretty good storms in at least parts of the Carolinas today. You can see that cold front showing up on the surface map right now. I'm going to stop this, and you can see the front just about to move into the mountains. Ahead of it, we've got that warm, steamy air mass that's going to set up the potential, at least, for some stronger storms this afternoon. Behind this front, though, I got to tell you, it is amazing how dry the air is. I'm going to show you the dew points on the back side of this, and I'll widen it out. You can see the dew points up here in the Midwest. Look at that 40 and 50 degree air that's going to be moving down here in the next 24 hours. The air temperatures, I'll show you those real quickly. You can see 50s and 60s up there this morning. That is some really nice air that's coming down out of Canada. But we're going to have to pay the price probably with some stronger storms today. I say probably because overall, I don't expect there to be a huge severe weather threat. I'll put the severe weather threat on here. You can see the darker green, that's that marginal, that very low end threat. So that's where I think we'll have the moisture in place to kick off a shower or thunderstorm this afternoon. Also did want to talk about the tropics because we've got the remnants of Harvey, believe it or not, that are going to make a little bit of a comeback here. You can see that center, that low center down there in the Bay of Campeche right there. It's going to move up towards Texas and be a big flood threat. That's going to be the issue we're going to have to deal with down on the Gulf Coast. So let's look at our front first, and then we'll go back down to Texas. You can see the front moving through this afternoon, right around lunchtime to about 2 o'clock. This would be the 2 o'clock time frame here, with possibly some strong storms rolling into the metro area, and then pushing into Union, Anson, Stanley, Richmond counties off to the east. That would be the front passing through. On the back side, the air gets dramatically cooler. Let me show you the front moving through again. This is a little bit longer range model. There it is moving through tonight into the overnight hours, and then some storms along the coast. Let's look at the temperatures behind this though, because that's the key part. We'll go into tomorrow morning, and you can see the cooler air filtering in here for tomorrow afternoon. Temperatures likely only in the mid 80s, which I know is warm, but it has to feel much better than the low and mid 90s we've had recently. And then going through the next couple of days, you can see that cooler air establishing itself as it moves down out of parts of Canada into the southeast, and really just amazing feeling air for this time of year. It's still going to be warm, but the dew points will take a big break. Now let's talk about what's going on down there on the Gulf Coast, because that's going to be a big weather story, I think, as the remnants of Harvey reform and become Harvey again right there, and then stall on the same front that moved through our area is going to get stuck along the coast. And right there on the Texas coast, you're talking about a tremendous amount of rainfall over the next couple of days. So let me switch to the precipitation here, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Watch as the remnants of Harvey move up there, and this becomes a big rainmaker. There's the system. You can see it. Looks pretty promising, actually, to become a tropical storm or maybe even a hurricane. But I don't think it really matters what it becomes, because the rainfall is going to be the big story. You can see this is the NAM model. Look at that thing. That is very impressive looking on the NAM model moving into Texas. And you're talking about a whole boatload of rain down there over the next 3 or 4 days. So that'll be a big weather story, as the front that cools us off could have some big issues for parts of the Carolinas. Of course, I'll have you covered all day, starting at 4, 5, and 6 on NBC Charlotte. I'll see you then, everybody.